So the quest is A Blade's Weight. A Firstborn archive sits beneath the temple, and it might hold clues about Lilith's blade. Yet we are not the first to come looking for this place. The hands of Akarat ventured into it already. I must explore the archive and discover what I can before it's too late. Archive of the Makers. At least Lorath's still keeping us company.
Rathma, what is it you've left behind here?
Lilith?
What? Did you hear something? Did you hear her?
She spoke to me without the help of the eye. Interesting. So I did.
Mother, you're concerning me. So this is clearly Inarius, but with his wings extended and children, and we've never seen Inarius on the level of his kids before. Heap of destroyed texts. An unpleasant smell of burning papyrus and animal skins. Whatever the hands learned here, they destroyed the knowledge so no one else could follow in their path.
This is what those bloody hands were after. Answers about Lilith's blade, answers we could have used, utterly destroyed. Same as the text Nerel had gathered for us.
Go carefully. I sense my son. A piece of him still lingers here.
So we didn't say anything to Lorath about that. But in the base campaign, when you are following in Lilith's footsteps in the Temple of the Firstborn and find Rathma's body, his spirit does linger and show you what happened when Inarius had killed him now several years before you get there. The implication being that the only reason he didn't decay is because he's a Firstborn. Ruined artifacts and scrolls. Shards and scraps of priceless Rathmic relics and scrolls defaced with demonic runes, which means we have to redo this on my Necromancer and see if Necromancer gets any unique lore. Destroyed records, the historical records of Inarius and his son Rathma, torn and burned. So we know Lilith loved Rathma, but the only time we've seen Inarius and Rathma interact was in that conflict where Rathma ended up dying. That's the same heap of destroyed texts we looked at earlier. Records of Rathma and Lilith. Scraps of books and scrolls smeared with blood. Most of the records are illegible, but some of them reference a gift given to Rathma by Lilith. We assume the blade. Although, to be fair, he did say in her memories that he now understands that most of her gifts have a cost. And I actually have to wonder how much of this is before versus after he got married, because if he is a Firstborn married a human, and she died, we know she died, it's literally written on some of our armor. When did he become a Necromancer, before or after that? And when did he reject his mother's gift, before or after that? She says it was in the morning of Sanctuary, like early. But time doesn't mean the same thing to the Nephilim or to a demon. So this is not how Lilith's horns look. That's a man's body. Can't see what's here. This blocks us. We're gonna go check the other side. Architecture is a personal interest of mine. And there's nobody here. Okay. Alright, so this might have been one of the Nephilim who was set to watch over this temple. We know Rathma was the eldest, but he was also, like, mortal size.
This looks like Rathma's work. What's he written for us?
Time-worn inscription.
Power, born of hell, begets corruption.
He says it like the angels weren't also prone to it. You ask, what is this, a warning?
Doubtless you disagree with it, just as she might. Can you see anything else around here?
I can. My clever, foolish boy. He knew I would send someone.
So that was Lilith talking to us, which means that Lorath can't hear. Solve Rathma's puzzle. So what he had said was power born of hell begets corruption, which are 3 capitalized names. Coruphar, Abythos, and Dunaxys, which are names that mean nothing to me. So, if it's in order, Abythos might be hell. I don't know what Coruphar or Dunaxys mean. So hell should be in the middle, so Abythos should be in the middle. Let's touch Coruphar. No, Coruphar might be corruption. Let's touch Dunaxys. Power. Hell. Corruption. Did I do it? Rathmic statue. I touched all of them. Let's take power. Hell. Corruption.
A passage. How did you manage that? I don't want to know, do I? Let's head inside.
And this time my Luro Mage wasn't in chat to tell me what it meant in Latin. I will say that was mostly guesswork. The closed way.
Rathma. He warns you away in one breath, invites you in with the next.
You hear how much she misses her child. Or maybe I do.
Stay alert. Rathma was a strange one. Never know what he'll have in store.
Neither did he. My son was born capricious, haunted by visions since he was a babe. He struggled so hard to make sense of them, yet he would accept no guidance from me.
And you hear how sad she is every time she talks about him. And I do have to wonder if I'd get anything different on a Necromancer, so that's just encouraging me. Scrawled Notes.
It is done. A bit strange. Staring myself in the face. The thing doesn't have any of my scars. But that's the point, isn't it? This place needs a guardian. Someone strong. Healthy. Perhaps I'll wrap it up in stone. Let it sleep a while.
Does Lilith have anything to say about this? No? Are we gonna fight Rathma's clone? I've said twice now we gotta do this on Necromancer. The chance to fight the original Necromancer. Well, a copy.
And there he is. Let's get those braziers lit. See what's what.
This place. This is where he broke the blade.
We have not seen this staff since Inarius stabbed Rathma with it and Lilith pulled it out of his chest to get the key to hell out of it. Alright, so there are 3 flames of Rathma's essence. And there's a lot of shit on the floor, which means there'll be tripping hazards. Chronicle of the Blade Part 1. I was born of hatred herself, Lilith. I tried so desperately not to hate her for what she was, for I knew she would never change, couldn't, even if she wanted to. Sir, this sounds like your father has something to say. And so that's the doorway to the next area. Oh, there's multiple doorways, okay. Chronicle of the Blade, Part 2. One day she gave me a gift, the promise of her protection. A piece of her honed sharp enough to tear a hole in reality. It was poison, like the rest of her. So I shattered it. Seems very short-sighted, sir. Then we go to 5 and 6. So let's look for 3. There's 3. I dreamed of a serpent. On its scales I saw blood, truth, glimpses of what would come, and I saw a spear of light piercing hatred's heart. 4. I knew this spear was in some way a symbol of Mother's gift, her promise. It had a purpose for Sanctuary, but I could not bring myself to accept that, not at first. 5. Suffocated by hate and my own hatred for it, I disappeared from the world. And in my absence, I yearned for it. I missed its people, its creatures. I missed the tatters of my family. And the last one is 6. I grew older, and I hope wiser, and so I learned that perhaps I am as unchangeable as Mother is. Perhaps it is not for me to decide what becomes of her gift. It is a part of fate, and I will leave it as such, which means it's definitely here. Light the braziers. I don't think it matters the order we do it in, but I am going to light it in numerical order. 1 and 2 are over there, 3 and 4 were over here. He left his skelly boys to watch over himself. His clone. 5 and 6. Yes. We did it right.
Mother.
Rathmas.
Child of our mother. Why have you come?
I have come for your mother's blade.
Then she sent you here to become the child she wanted. You deserve to hear the truth.
I reckon that's a start.
And you say Rathma is dead. What exactly are you?
I am only a breath of him, bottled here in stone. I contain enough of his memories to deliver his message. You say Rathma is dead. How?
His father killed him. Inarius.
Of course.
Sounds so unsurprised. Am I the first to have come?
I had held this vigil for centuries. When the flames finally died, in all that time, you are the first to find me. I hope the last.
Well, that makes 3 of us.
Alright, speak to Lorath. And you say he means to teach a lesson.
Well, we will have answers. Though maybe not the ones we seek.
The child she wanted. You. Clearly that thing does not know you. Humor it if you must, but remember why we're here. There must be some sign of the blade.
So he's opening the portals one at a time, so there's clearly a path to explore. This suddenly explains why my friend was like, oh, the dungeon's actually really long. I'm like, oh, the boss is here. The boss is not here. I'm going nice and slow and touching everything. Flame of Dunaxys. So this was power.
That flame gives no heat. Seems aware, almost.
Against the heavens and hells. But for her, we will never be enough. We are pawns of her eternal conflict. Against her father.
Ungrateful child.
Lilith have anything to say about that?
About what you'd expect.
So Lorath did interrupt Rathma, so I will reread that in a moment. Alright, so what had happened was... Lorath had said that flame gives no heat, seems aware almost, but we touched it at the same time because I didn't realize Lorath was going to talk. The memory of Rathma opened with, from the moment we were born, Lilith sought to empower us against the heavens and hells. And then y'all heard, but for her we will never be enough. We are pawns of her eternal conflict against her father. And Lilith says, ungrateful child. Which I get. I wonder if it picks whatever path you hadn't taken previously, because this was the path we didn't take.
That's one flame back in his brazier. On to the next. Where is he going with this?
I assume when he's empowered, he's gonna fight us. Because there's a chunk of his behavior that makes me think of a child who is upset that his mother is not paying enough attention to him. After all, the easiest way to get a child to say that he hates a parent is to deprive him of what he thinks other people are getting more easily. Whether affection or attention. So we're gonna go up to it. We're gonna let Lorath talk before we touch it, because Lorath cut off, Rathma last time. Nothing to say this time?
To wield Lilith's power is to be wielded by her. Without mercy. Without restraint. The result is atrocity.
Hard to argue with that after Elias. Estua still burns.
And yet you came crawling back to me for help. This is getting us nowhere.
2 braziers burning, 1 to go. Then I presume we'll hear this truth of his.
Here's the truth. Either you recover the blade and end my father, or you will belong to him.
Again, we are hearing Lilith, but Lorath is not, because she's literally in our head. But yeah, so this round was much less messy than the first one, so we will continue clearing the pathways and simply accepting that the wave fight is an additional summon. And then we will have to fight Rathma's Golem. Which is funny, because when we learn how to make a Golem, it's like chunky. That looks like Rathma, without the scars, as he says. Let's go see if Lorath has anything to say. Listen to what Rathma's memory has to say. And then Lilith will probably bitch about it, because again, Rathma was her favorite child. And she clearly doesn't get why Rathma hated her so much. But we also know that Lilith, as a child of hatred, exudes hatred. Like, she makes people hate by her proximity. And so as much as she loved her children, they cannot love her back. And that's also incredibly heartbreaking, just by the fact that she exists. No one can ever love her. And she wants that so badly.
All right, Rathma. Enlighten us.
I loved our mother. And I hated her. I saw what we would do in her hands. The way to hell. Torn asunder. And so I broke the blade you seek. I would not become her instrument. Will you?
Everything I've done.
Will be tested.
Everything I have done, I did for him. To give each and every one of you a future. I assume there will be a fight now.
You have heard my warning. If you are still prepared to risk your soul for the blade, so be it. You must prove you are strong enough to wield it.
Of course. I don't like that we are in the midst of necromantic magics, though. That's usually a bad thing. Like this effect being right here. So we're gonna go outside of the range of it. Just in case this man is deadly by proximity. This is one of those I don't trust you, sir moments. Defeat Rathma's Golem.
Now that's it. I've got your back.
To your body. We are not finished.
One. Come on, get back to my body. I'm doing it. I think I overshot it that time.
You have proven your strength.
So close.
Though what I offer is more of a curse than a gift.
So by the end of that, I was clearly looking at the wrong thing. And I overshot myself. And so we got the Firstborn Mirage title. fact that I had to get down to normal, y'all. Okay. And I love that Abodian kept trying to hit him when he was down. This terrible dog. Okay, so Rathma's golem looks a little beat to hell now, but also we know Rathma was a skinny boy. And you say, I know the risks.
Quiet here. Mostly.
Thank you, Sipo. So you tell Rathma's golem, I know the risks. Where are the pieces of Lilith's blade?
One fragment is enshrined in Lycander, hidden in my old abode. Another lies in Athalua, at the edge of death and tides. The last is lost in Celestia, where nothing returns.
Enough damn riddles.
I will set you on this path, but you must walk it yourself. With each step comes wisdom, and wisdom is your only true defense against our mother's influence. Lilith will never change. Do not let her change you.
You had a piece of me that could shape the world, and you chose weakness instead. Such a shame.
You ask Rathma's golem, why didn't you destroy the dagger completely?
I wanted to, but a dream stayed my hand. I saw the dagger, blazing like a spear, piercing the heart of a great evil. I tried to convince myself it meant nothing. But what if it did? What if fate had a purpose for her terrible gift? As much as I feared the blade, as much as I hated it, I would not turn a blind eye to fate.
But yeah, so we got the clues of where to go next from the golem. So now we're going to talk to Lorath and say, we know where to start looking.
Enshrined in Lycander, hidden in his old abode. Who knows where that could be? Our new friends upstairs might know where to look.
That would be, yeah, we are currently in the archives that had been invaded by Hands of Akaret, false priests. And, so the Temple of Life is directly above us.